Hey everyone, Matthew here. MMA Uncensored live. We are back. Got a special guest for you tonight. One of one championships champions. So we're going to bring him on right now and we are going to get him on. Let me see if he's in the building. Let me see. Martin, where are you, sir?
What's up?
There he is. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing well, man. Doing well. It's a former champ, but the road to get the title back. It's happening.
Hey, nice. I like it. Anyone who holds two belts simultaneously in my book's always a champ.
Thank you, thank you.
And you know what? That was actually one of my questions. How does it feel to be with such an elite company? Who were you held two belts simultaneously?
Yeah, starting off with one championship. My whole career since 2014, I was 3-0 as a pro um, on the local scenes in Australia, and I was only like 10 months or 12 months into my pro career, and I got an opportunity to fight for one championship. And so I took it with both hands, and it's been a hell of a ride since 2014. Winning two world titles, just missing out on a third world title. Um, it's just a dream come true, and the hunger is still there to keep claiming names and be at the top.
Okay. Now I read somewhere that you didn't even start doing MMA until you were 21. Is that correct?
That's right. That's right. I started training like 20, like the late 20s. Sorry, late in my 20s, and then yeah, when 21 came around, that's when I started my pro career, and I was just man, it was just something that I fell in love with, something new. I played rugby my whole life, and then when I was subjected to injury, I had to call it quits. I was devastated, and I was just lifting weights every day, and it was Groundhog Day, boring, lifting weights and just looking at yourself in the mirror. I gained a lot of weight. I was like 185, 86, 80, 84 kilos, 85 kilos, and yeah, it was pretty heavy for my height. So I started jiu-jitsu to lose weight, and initially fell in love with it, and never looked back.
Most people do. They find jujitsu as a second home, man, and they never turn back.
Man, knowing you can put another man to sleep. At the time, it was in a gi, and I was like, oh man, this is crazy. But and then I found the world of no gi, and I was like, even better. So
That's funny you say that because when I started with gi, I was like, man, and then they allow you to wrestle with no gi, and it's just, it's
a whole
amazing.
new world. It was a whole new world. Yeah.
hmm hmm So how old are you now? You look very young.
Thank you, man. I'll take that. I'm 32 now. I just
Okay.
turned 32. I just had my third birthday in Florida away from my family. So it's a bit of a downer. I couldn't celebrate it with family, but I got my second family here with Angla and his family. So they made it special every single time. So it was pretty cool.
Well, happy belated birthday if we missed it, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
And the reason why I ask is because, for someone who started a pro career, in their 20s to rise to a champion that fast, you must have some talent, man, because, some people train 20, 30 years and they don't even get a title shot.
I was just like a sponge, man. I think being later in age, I was just more aware, and I just took everything in, everything that was taught to me. I took it in, I worked it. If I liked it, I went along with it. If I didn't like it, then I just move on. But I was like just a sponge, man, and just learn as much as I could and try to progress as fast as I could. There was speed bumps here and there throughout the career. But yeah, now that I'm with the perfect team, and having perfect people around me and push me every day, man, I feel blessed.
Nice. I saw that you trained somewhere here in Florida, correct? So you're in Florida now.
I'm in Florida right now. I'm preparing for my next bout in a couple of weeks. So yeah, man, Sanford MMA. I've been with them now since the start of 2019. I had to progress. I felt like I was, stalemated, plateaued in Australia. I won, even though I did win two world titles out of a small gym in Australia. I felt like I needed to get better. The competition was getting better, and I was falling behind. And yeah, so now every single fight camp, I come over to Florida. I put everything into the fight camp, and yeah,
Why Florida?
Training with the best guys in the world, from different promotions, whether it be UFC, Bellator, and the local promotions. And we even have like underground fighters in the gym that have never been heard of as well, that are like standouts. So, coming to Florida and training in this beautiful state, man, it's a country of its own.
Oh yeah,
The
oh yeah.
weather, the weather, everything, man, is been perfect. So I'm truly blessed.
Good old Florida weather. Yeah. So, how does it feel to be the first ever champion who held two titles for one championship simultaneously? How's that feel?
I never imagined it. And for me, going up to lightweight, which in one championship is 170, I never really even imagined it at all because the competition was just too big.
Mhm.
And for me, being at 155, 70 kilos, the champion at the time, I was willing to go down in weight, and they came back to me with the opposite end, and they said, "Would you go up in weight and fight the champion there?" And so, um, I initially in my head I was saying no, I don't want to do that. But me being a yes man, I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'll take the fight, and the champion at that time, he's a friend of mine, and I was there when he won the title, and I was congratulating him, and I was there in LA with him, and we were doing a bit of media here and there. And, I never really ever came the thought or process of fighting him never really came to mind, and then when they offered it. And then he signed the contract, and I was like, oh, okay, he really wants his fight. I think in a way, he kind of felt like he had the size advantage. And so he took the fight, and I was like, okay, whatever, time to make history. And yeah, signed the dotted lines, and the rest was history.
Nice, nice. That's always a good story, man. That's a great story.
Yeah, thank you.
No, hey, some people, and it's funny you say that, you're a yes man. It sounds like you're kind of just ready for war, man. That's how fighters have to be. It's mental.
Of course, of course. To be the best, you got to fight the either up and coming guys or the guys that have been around forever or the guys that are like on the same level as you. You just can't pick and choose, man. You just gotta. We're not gonna be in this sport forever. You can't, pick and choose so people remember you as you won so many. This road is gonna come. You're gonna have wins and losses. You just gotta do your best to obviously take on the best guys at the time and go from there.
It's just like Conor McGregor or Henry Cueto, the guys that won two belts simultaneously, hold them. I mean, you're on a pedestal like them. If you had the chance to fight one of them, would you?
At the time, I was always asking, of course I'm going to say yes. I'm not going to say, oh no, I'm not going to fight another guy. But for me, ultimately, Connor did set the path. He became in my eyes the first two division champion. I never seen that ever happen before. And then when I started looking into it more, like it had happened before via GSP and BJ Penn and all that, but
Oh yeah.
I never really even looked into it or heard about it until this Irishman came along and did it. And then, I was like, you know what? I have the opportunity. I have the platform to do it. And why not? To see if I can do it. And sure enough, I did.
Nice. Nice, man. Yeah, you definitely sound like you got what it takes, man.
I like your shirt too, man. That's pretty cool.
You know what? They are awesome. We'll have to send you one, man. We should have
Nah.
sent you one for the interview. I actually just got mine.
Oh, nice, man. Nice,
Yeah,
man.
there's actually for anybody watching, there's a link tree on the on our page. You can go and check it out, grab one.
Click on it and buy it. Support the guys that support us.
Exactly, man. Exactly. So let me ask you a question. How does your training camp, how does that go? Explain just a little bit, because you got fans out there. I mean, you won two titles and you held them. How does someone like yourself train?
Okay, so for me, how I see it is all or nothing. So obviously, I'm based out of Australia, and when I'm in Australia, I have my family there, and I get to be a dad, and I get to stay somewhat in shape. I do my pre camps with my coach at home, Kaiser, and all the in betweens I do with him and we've got a little team going on. That we're all tight, so we keep each other. I see that as like a pre camp team, and they get me ready for the big guys, the big dogs in Florida. And so when it comes to me putting pen to paper, which is my fight contract, I booked the next flight the next day, basically out to Florida, and I do a 6 to 8 week camp in Florida, and then fly out for fight.
Nice. So you got a lot of respect for these guys here in Florida. It sounds like.
Definitely, definitely. The amount of experience we have under one roof, um, it's a second to none. And for me, like, it's a career where you can't, put your foot halfway through the door and expect, everything to come through. You gotta be all in, or not be in at all. And that's how I see it. This sport's not forever. If you're gonna do it, you do it right. In anything you do in life, if you're gonna do it, you do it right, and you finish it. And that's what I'm doing at the moment. That's how I see it. That's how I see, and picture everything in my head when it comes to fight camps and fights itself, all or nothing.
Nice. No, it's exactly how you got to be. I was talking to a gentleman the other night, and he on here, and he said it's something that we have. Fighters, they all have that little bit. So, what do you walk around at? What's your
Me,
weight that you walk around at?
I'm considered, to some people, very lucky but I'm really disciplined, man. Right now, I'm 157, 156, 157. So I fight at 155, which is my walking weight. But
Nice.
I'm all year round. I'm about 158. The worst I get to is maybe 160. But yeah, I always try to stay in shape. Even though I'm not fighting, I'm not training as hectic. But I like to keep my weight. And whenever I eat, I don't eat like it's the last meal on earth. I eat like just small portion meals that will be fine. I'm very happy with that. So
Yeah, it takes a lot of discipline for stuff like that.
definitely, definitely.
You have any plans in the near future right now for a fight? Anything? Anybody calling your name? Anybody you want to fight?
Yeah, it's funny you say that. Yeah, so in terms of my next bout, I'm fighting a tough Korean guy. He called me out, so obviously he knows that I'm a former champ. He wants my spot, and in beating me, he gets I'd say somewhat of an immediate title shot. So obviously I still got somewhat of a target on my back with the guys in the division. Want to take my spot. So it's up to me to defend that and do whatever I can in my hands to get that title back. But just thinking about it, being with the right team and having the right people around me and nutritionists and food suppliers and everything like that, I might make another splash down in the 145 division. Um, we'll see what happens in the near future, but yeah, it's come past the mind. Although I did say I'll never go back, but having the right people around me this time. Not that I didn't have it last time, but just more skilled and more experience. It might actually play a different role.
Okay. Okay. So if this guy wouldn't have called you out, I mean, would there have been somebody that you wanted to personally fight, or?
Oh no, I'll fight anyone, man. Whoever won championship puts
Love it.
yeah. I'm not that type of guy to go. I want an easy fight just for an easy paycheck. Or I want the immediate rematch. Yeah, sure, I would love the immediate rematch, but for me, I didn't really care, man. For me to be able to stay active during this time, COVID and coronavirus going around, and some people not having a fight for over a year. Yeah, I'm blessed to be having 2 fights within 6 months. So um, anyone that one championship offer, I'm going to sign that dotted line.
Nice. Nice. Any idea in the cards when this is going to be?
So this one will be it's going to be shown on TNT on the 14th or the 15th. No, so 15th in Singapore and 14th in the US of April. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you're basically in camp right now then.
I am. I'm just coming to the end of it. So I'm in like the peaking stage right now. So everything that I see, so everything's on point right now. My cardio is on point, and my teammates and everything have been pushing me every day to be better and better. And with the right, I have the coaches around me who correct my mistakes and everything like that. So
Okay. Okay. No, that's amazing, man. I was actually I was actually just looking at some of your fights, and I was like, man, this guy's amazing. I got to talk to this guy.
thank you, man. Thank you. No, it's an honor to talk to you, man. I know you guys have been doing a good job over there. So um, it's always good to share my journey around.
Nice, nice, nice. What a journey it has been. Because anyone who holds two titles and the number one ranked, person in any division in any sport, has to have some form of, yeah, as they like to call clout. Like the guy who's challenging you. He's like, you know what? I want that. I want what he has. So,
Definitely.
I mean, they definitely see it, man.
Yeah, well, I don't. I mean, I've been the most dominant champion in one championship history. So, sorry, in the featherweight division. So I've held the title for the last 3 years, and yeah, it's a shame what happened in the last fight. But the moment that happened, I guarantee you, every single featherweight was like, "Oh yes, okay, now we know how to beat him. Let's get on top of calling him out." Like, so I always had that on my back, and yeah, I got to expect that no matter what. So.
Okay. So, do you see yourself going for a title shot again?
Yeah, well, definitely. I'm still in the peak of my career. So whether they offer it now, whether they offer it later on, it's still on my mind. But right now, the next guy is my main priority.
Nice, nice. I can't wait to see it, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I can't wait to put on the show for you guys, man.
Yeah.
It's been I wouldn't say a long time coming. It's only been 6 months, but I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah, you can see it. You can see it in your eyes, man. That's good. We'll have to definitely get you back on here to do a post-fight interview. See how it went.
Might have a few bruises and cuts, but you know what? I'll take you up on it.
Fans love it, man.
That's it.
Fans love it. You know, I mean, as long as you don't come on the show bloody. No, I'm just playing, man.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I try not
No.
to get hit as much as I can.
Hey, what fighter doesn't? Who wants to get hit in the face?
No, it's like shit taught me to, man.
So, I actually saw a couple of fan questions. I want to ask you this. What do you think is one of your biggest strengths? And I'm just going to say, when you said, about the discipline, I see discipline. But what do you feel one of your biggest strengths is that makes you such a good fighter?
uh, I think the main thing is just being true to myself. If I'm not good at it, then I'll tell myself and I'll work hard to be good at something that I'm failing in like a specific area. But the ability to listen to my coaches and correct my wrongs where whenever it comes to positions and all that. Being able to take advice, it all comes in. Some people don't like to hear advices and they like to do what they're used to and everything like that. But I'm a good listener. If I'm being told that I'm not doing something correctly, I'll try to correct it to the point where I'm comfortable and I'll do it right.
Nice. Nice. So what weight class you like better? I know, I mean, you got two of them. So which one do you feel more comfortable at?
Right now, it's what my weight division now is 155, which is
Okay.
in my championship is the featherweight division. If I had traditionally had to cut weight, a lot of people said I would have to go to like 135. I was like, no way, man. I used to cut to 145, like water dehydration, and I used to feel like crap. So yeah, 145 is 145 if I had to cut weight, 155 in one championship. Um, and yeah, in saying that, I'll never cut weight again.
Would you ever go up?
No, definitely not, man. Like, there's no use for me. Like, I would take like super fights, like catch weight fights. But for me to give my opponent like 3 to 4, 5 kilo advantage over me, it doesn't make sense. Like, why would I give him an advantage? Just to prove who's better. But yeah, I mean that title fight that I took where I became lightweight champion. My opponent, who I did ask him, he was 79 kilos, which is, I don't know, 79 is probably like 175, maybe 177
Something like that.
in pounds, yeah. And I was
Yeah.
71 kilos. I was 156, man. I was, man, standing across from him in the cage. I was like, oh man, I still got height on him. I feel good, and he doesn't look that big to me. But then when I watched the video of the fight again, I'm just like, oh man, I was like, I'm blind. I really need to get my eyes checked. This guy, this guy was like double my size, literally, literally. So yeah,
But
I,
once
w-
you got it, what was that?
I wouldn't go back up. I wouldn't go back.
But you felt comfortable fighting him though.
I did. At the time, I felt very comfortable. And yeah, I didn't. I didn't think that it would generate that much power until he actually kicked me, and I was like, oh shit, I don't want to get kicked by that again, man. And yeah.
Nice, nice. No, that's good. That you know where you stand, and that's important for a fighter. I know some fighters that'll kind of jump up 20, 30, 40 pounds just to take a fight,
Yeah,
just to kind of prove themselves.
that's crazy. And I know fighters that cut a hell of a lot of weight just to be bigger in that division, but the performances, man, it's you'll never perform the same.
Well, you're depleting everything. You're not coming in even 90%, 75%.
I'd say like 50% they probably get back to within that 24 hours before.
Hmm.
Some people can rehydrate well and their body can take it, and other people, like, you still see, like, the next day they still look so depleted, and in the fight it plays out where they gas out within 3 minutes, 5 minutes of a 5 minute rounder or a 5 minute rounder. We're professional athletes where we have the gas tank to go the championship rounds if we have to. And you see some guys that cut a lot of weight and can't even go one round. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've heard fighters cutting 30 pounds the day before, 2 days before, 3 days before, all week, just starving themselves. Problem is you're not going to put on a performance.
Yeah.
It's guys like you that can stay disciplined and that really want it.
Look, if I had no choice, then I'll probably be in that same boat as them, just cutting weight. But I'm blessed to have one championship, bring out this new the weighing system, and I feel, man, not ever in a fight camp would I be eating Chick-fil-A, but I am. I am eating Chick-fil-A throughout my fight camp. I'm eating whatever I want. I'm just training hard, and I'm still on weight. And for me, that's a blessing. I get to enjoy life and do what I love the best. And yeah, that's eating Chick-fil-A and fighting.
Nice, nice. Don't let anybody else hear that. Yeah, your coach said, "What's he eating?" No.
I'm good, man.
That's cool, man. That's cool. So you obviously really like it over there at One Championship.
100%, man. And I said,
Nice.
like a lot of people have asked, would I ever go to the UFC? Look, if I did ever go to the UFC, I feel like I would have to start from scratch again. I'm already at the top of one championship where I'm getting the good fights. I'm getting the top of the excellent fights in Asia. So for me to be at the top and maintain that status and potentially refight for the title, I feel like if I had to go to the UFC, I'd have to start maybe outside the top 10, or and then have those hard fights before I get to the championship round fights. And yeah, I just feel like at my age, and I know 32 is not, it's not old, but like for MMA athletes, that's like coming to the peak slash end of your career. And I'm trying to make the most of it, most fights as possible as I can. With one championship, set my family up, and live a good life. That's the main thing.
Nice. Well said. Nice. Nice.
Thank you.
Well, listen, Martin, it was a pleasure having you on our show. Any shout outs, any coaches, friends, family, sponsors you want to say hello to right now? Please.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to my wife for holding the family down while I'm gone. My coach at home, Chrysler, pushing me outside my comfort zone. I wouldn't be where I am without him. And my actual coaches and trainers here, Coach Henry Hoof, man, his words of wisdom is like second to none. Kami Bazani, Greg Jones, Corey Peacock, and new coach in town is Nick Lentz. I've been working with Nick Lentz a lot as well. So, man, I'm just blessed to have the team at Sanford MMA, and just the guys around me in general. Shout out to my brother Angla and son. He's made my life so much easier being over here. Coming from a different country and having to establish myself. He made the steps of ABC so simple for me. So I'm blessed to have the people around me, man. And shout out to MMA Uncensored for this interview.
Nice.
My guy.
Nice. Well, listen, Martin, it was a pleasure talking to you. It was a pleasure having you on the show. Hopefully we can get you back on here after your fight. Running back. Looking forward to playing some of those clips on here and definitely watching that fight.
Highlights, man. I'll try to do as much highlights as I can throughout my career. Thank you.
We need to see it. Well, listen, you have a good camp. Enjoy that Chick-fil-A. We'll see you next time, sir.
Spicy chicken deluxe all day.
Better get them as a sponsor.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate you, man.
You have a good night, sir.
You too. Thank you.
Bye. All righty. Matthew here. MMA Uncensored. That was Martin Nguyen from One Championship. Now, anyone who walks around at the fight weight, I have to commend, because someone like that has so much discipline, so much heart to stay organized, focused. It's a mental chess game when you're fighting. And fighters like that, champions like that, are the ones who pave the way for the newcomers. So I commend you, sir. And do us all a favor. Follow us on YouTube so you can see not only this video, but the upcoming videos that we're going to be playing, podcast all year long. We're going to try to do as many as we possibly can. If there are fighters that you want to see on the show and you are a fan of the page, let us know. Comment on this video now. But for now, we will see you. Have a great night.